done for Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal. I know Arsenal will be singing this song. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. At this point, that's the news that we are hearing. The news hasn't come out yet that the deal is totally done. However, Arsenal are definitely the front runners for this deal to be completed. It has basically been reported that Viktor Gyökeres and Arsenal are coming very close into advanced talks about this situation. Now, I would say this. Instead of me going too deep about why is Viktor Gyökeres or what the news is, I want to truly focus on why Arsenal should be taking this player in to their side. Of course, we know about the normal situations about him being who he is and Arsenal needing a striker. However, I want to go a little bit deeper into who Viktor Gyökeres is and what kind of impact he could bring to Arsenal. The first things first is goal scoring prowess. Gyökeres has been a goal machine for Sporting, literally netting 52 goals and 12 assists in all competitions this season. His ability to consistently find the back of the net makes him an ideal candidate for Arsenal, who have struggled, especially at the last stages of this season, who have struggled in finishing in key moments. Viktor Gyökeres, especially against, for instance, the game against PSG Arsenal, Bukayo Saka played the ball in the back of the defensive line so many times that no single person was able to make a run expecting the ball to come. And that is where you see Viktor Gyökeres absolutely doing a big one, because he would definitely go in there and score. He loves a tap in. He loves a tap in. That's one thing that Sporting has definitely made him realize. All this coming back, building up play. Yes, he does that. But the goal of a striker is to put the ball in the back of the net, and that is what he does best. Somewhat can actually be argued better than anyone right now in the world of football. It is truly remarkable if Arsenal pulls this deal off, because they will be a dangerous side. And I will be, at this particular moment, I would say, let me see them in the preseason, because I would like to put in stakes that they will win the Premier League next season if they get Viktor Gyökeres. Second is physicality and presence. Viktor Gyökeres is not a small bloke. If you are thinking about this situation, Viktor Gyökeres is standing at 6'2". Gyökeres is a powerful forward who can hold up play and win aerial duels, bully defenders. That is the key thing. We have seen Kai Havertz do a big one with him being able to actually win aerial duels. However, that idea of bullying defenders is something that he's not well known for, nor does he do well. However, this is Gyökeres' bread and butter. He knows how to play. He knows how to use his body in positions where he would absolutely put the defense in a bad state. You understand? That is one of the key things. Arsenal have lacked a true physical presence up front, and Gyökeres will provide that edge, and I cannot wait to see it when it happens. The third thing is versatility and movement. Oh my God. If only Jesus can put his movement in Kai Havertz, and he can put his finishing in Kai Havertz, Kai Havertz will be a world-class player. And when I'm telling you, in terms of what I just created with Kai Havertz in this position, is that you are seeing it already made in Gyökeres. Gyökeres is unlike a traditional target man. Gyökeres is a mobile and dynamic striker. He can roll to the left, roll to the right, roll in behind, actually come back and build the play and roll back to getting into the post before Saka crosses the ball past his line or his position. That is how good and how quick and how dynamic we see Gyökeres. He can drop deep, link play, make intelligent run behind the defenders, operate in wide areas, and when needed, his movements would complement Arsenal's fluidity in attack. It is truly going to be remarkable if he comes to play for Arsenal. I'm telling you, it's like when Haaland signed for Manchester City. Everybody knew that the Premier League are in trouble. We knew that the Premier League was in trouble. And what we saw the next season, 50 goals. And that is something that he's doing already in Sporting. If he brings a glimpse or even half of that to Arsenal's team, so 50, we're talking about 25, or 52, we're talking about 26. If he brings half of that to Arsenal, Arsenal will be winning the Premier League. And I say that with my full chest because Arsenal have lacked a striker for so dang long. Getting somebody that is this prolific will be a game changer. Fourth, not the last one, Premier League experience. I know a lot of people do not understand, not even Premier League, but just English football experience. A lot of people would not, in fact, I'll give you a breakdown. Premier League experience, let me put it at that. Gyökeres has played for England or for English sides before. A lot of people do not know. A lot of people knew him from his side at or his time at Sporting, which is where he basically became this goal machine. However, he had stints at Brighton, Swansea, and Coventry City. He understands the physicality of playing in the Premier League. Now, the key caveat to this situation was, and this is the only thing that I would say makes him not a guarantee for Arsenal, is that when he was playing at these clubs, he found it very hard to score goals due to the physicality. However, he is a man now. He's 26 now. He is built now. He has been eating his protein right now. He has eaten protein and creatine for a long time. So I know for sure that he must be ready for the Premier League if he decides to come back. He will shine in the Premier League. I will say this. It is truly because of how complete of a striker he is. It's not anything about the goals that he scores, it's how complete of a striker he is. And if everything goes well in terms of his physicality, he will be able, and especially because Arteta would be able to figure out and put him in a place to succeed, just like how Amorim did for him at Sporting, it will be truly magical for him. Now, last but not the least, tactical fit for Arsenal. This is the crucial part because in any situation, you need to make sure that the player you're bringing in is not only going to slide in perfectly, he's going to actually have a tactical fit where he increases the floor and raises the ceiling in turn of that technical ability upgrade. First things first, Mikel Arteta's system demands a striker who can do three things: play aggressively from the front, link up with wingers like Saka and Martinelli, be clinical in front of goal. This third thing is something that Arsenal has lacked. They had a glimpse with Kai Havertz, they had a glimpse with Jesus. However, those players have not been consistent, nor have they been on the pitch enough for this team to be as successful. Gyökeres ticks all three boxes, which makes him a perfect fit for Arsenal's tactical setup. I said this, a perfect fit for Arsenal's tactical setup. Now let's go into the latest news that we have basically heard about the situation. Arsenal are best placed club to sign Gyökeres this summer. Sporting are willing to sell for around £58.9 million, which basically rounds up for US citizens or US people that use the US dollar, $78.5 million. Significantly lower than his £84.2 million, which was basically $120.3 million release clause. Arsenal have agreed on basics of the deal, including a $7 million, which is the key part. Arsenal have basically agreed on this deal, or this basics of deal. They have agreed including the £7 million, which is $9.3 million per year salary, which would make Gyökeres one of the club's top earners. Sporting have accepted his departure is inevitable, with Arsenal leading the race ahead of Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool. Arsenal sporting director Andrea Berta, who basically came from Atletico Madrid, who were looking at Gyökeres, is a big admirer of Gyökeres and sees him as the best value for money option. It is truly magical that when you get somebody that actually knows what he's doing, he realizes the money of Gyökeres is absolutely a steal. is absolutely a steal. Now, looking at this situation, let's just basically break down what we have known as a final verdict for what we have basically spoken about today. Gyokeres is exactly what Arsenal needs: a prolific, physical, versatile striker who can elevate their attack. With the club actively working on a deal, he could be the missing piece to Arteta's squad next season. Let me know what you guys think. Should I make a video comparing Gyokeres to other striking targets like Alexander Isak and Benjamin Sesko, especially for Arsenal? Or should we focus on basically getting Gyokeres across the line for Arsenal this summer window? Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to comment down below, hit the like, and turn on your notifications so you do not miss anything that we do here on Pillar Sports. I'm your boy, Manny Lawyer. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.